Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Today we're going to be doing some dedicated detailing on plastics on our car. We're going to be looking at these areas down here, showing you what I do with those, and what I'm going to be doing with the engine bay and the other dressing I generally use on my car. So the car's been washed and now it's been in the garage. It just needs kind of finishing off. I keep the interior very, very clean, but obviously the footwell in there gets really dirty. So the first thing you've probably seen me use on the channel is I do virtually all my vacuuming nowadays with this flex machine. I busted it. I put something in there that was too big and it snapped off the holder. So that's why that's in there. I might be able to fix it if I can find something round that I can cut out. But anyway, the reason I like this little machine is for its size, it has a decent amount of grunt. Not as much as a big vacuum cleaner by a long way, but for a little one, you can actually do what you need to do. And it's so quick to just plonk it down. And most of the time I use the crevice tool, even though it's not the most efficient. It just saves time taking it off, because I always like to do kind of in here. You've got two powers, one which you never use and two which you use. And I've got enough battery power. So let's just turn her on. Get all that dust out of there. Probably want to go in with a brush, but I've run out of hands. Get underneath that seat. Get in the crevices of the seat. Want to get down here as well. Always come in from this way. Get it right down there. Get anything built out. Now normally, you know, you're going to take this out of the car and bang the hell out of it, but I can't be bothered today. So I'm just going to get round the outside of it. Just vacuum out. Let's just come away a little bit so I'm not bashing the vacuum against the car. And that really is all I'm going to be doing. Over there. So you keep on top of that. It's all clean in there. I just need to sort those pedals out. So let's just put that down a second. Something else that's really handy whenever you're doing the interiors, to have some steaming hot water, because it just helps to. Oh, have I got the right one? I haven't. Idiot. I'm spraying. I wanted Surfex. I have to wipe that off. Just let that Surfex penetrate. We want a nice stiff brush just to get that cruddy mud out. And our Pokey Elaster is ideal for getting into here. Just poking out all of that mud. Sorry you can't see much. The little toothbrush is good as well. Got a really stiff bristled toothbrush. Right. Get down the bottom there as well. Right. Go back in there. And then we'll take a microfiber towel. Just dunk a bit of it in water. And wipe that pedal down. Forgive the awful cinematography. Is there any mud left in here? There is, isn't there? Swine. As long as I've wetted it, I should be able to get it out this cloth. There. It's nice to have clean pedals. You just see a tiny little bit of mud there. I can't be bothered to go back and get my brush again. See if I can get it out my finger. There we go. There we go. It's nice to have clean ped wires. You have to do that quite often. Let's just set another clean bit. Always just give the face of your steering wheel a wipe over. It always builds up grease and dust, doesn't it? The dashboard's been dressed recently, so that's doesn't need redressing really. Just give a wipe in there because you get dust build up, and in there. And anything you hold on to, clean it off, and you don't need any harsh chemicals. And that's that. Okay, so really that's the interior done. It's got the turtle wax graphene acrylic dressing on there, which is decent enough. It puts a tiny bit of shine. I don't like it interfering with the thing, but normally I use this for all dressings. This Tax Systems seal. It's an SiO2. An SiO2 dressing, and it lasts forever. You know, you mix it down like 3 to 1 or whatever. So I've taken some out of that bottle, put some water in it at 3 to 1. You can use it for exterior plastics. You can use it for engine bay. It's got all the mixture ratios here. Or has it? Maybe it hasn't, but it's got them somewhere. It basically exactly the same ratios as CarPro Pearl. It smells the same as well. You can use it on your leather and inside your car. You can use it on your dashboard. You can use it on your tyres. It's not the best tyre dressing in the world, but you have to put a couple of coats on, it becomes a bit less patchy. It's great for engine bays because it dries out. It doesn't leave like a slimy layer which attracts dirt. You could use it on that scuttle. That scuttle's got a ceramic coating on it though. What I won't be using it on is these bits of plastic here, because I want to re-darken them. These were done 6 months ago, if you watch the channel, roughly. You can see the video. But around the back, if you get the light there, they started going a bit sort of faded again, so they need re-solution finishing. So if ever I've got faded plastic, I still think this is a really good product, solution finish. This bottle's going to last me forever, provided it doesn't go off. Before we move on to doing the solution finish, let's just go into the engine bay. Now, someone was moaning at me the other day, saying my engine bay, call yourself a detailer, your engine bay's filthy. It's not filthy. Some of you guys are so bitchy. This is pretty much how I like it. It's a bit dusty, you know, because I haven't done anything with it for like a couple of months, so it builds up a bit of dust. That's called life. But well, people always like to have a go, don't they? But yeah, it probably needs a little wipe down. So what we'll do is we'll take our damp microfiber cloth again, squeeze that out, and we'll take Surfex HD. Oh, that's a bit annoying. Should really roll this back a bit more, shouldn't I? How much room have I got? A little bit. So really, key thing to remember with these is these are rinseable detergents. So if you go plastering this engine bay in surfactant, you've really got to rinse the engine bay out. So that's not what I want to do. So I've got a damp microfiber cloth and hot water. And if we just spray that one squirt in there, that'll give us enough just to pick up any grease and oil and any dust. We can just wipe over without leaving some horrible white film all over the engine block or whatever we're trying to clean. So, you know, when you clean it like this, you don't get all that bonus of just being able to blast over it with water or rinse it off. So you've got to get in there and get all the bits of it. So it's not the best way to clean it, but when you're just dusting it out, this is absolutely fine and appropriate. But you'll never see now in 2022 an engine bay being cleaned without there being an absolute blanket of thick foam all over it, which is not always necessary. Most things now with detailing have become about thick foam, unfortunately, and it's not. But it looks great, doesn't it? It looks great. But more often than not, it's just about getting in there, giving things a good old wipe down with a damp cloth. But that doesn't look too cool. I'm going to get you the views. Picking up a lot of dirt here. Really. We do that scuttle. Let's do that scuttle now. Just wipe it over. Been replaced. Let's wipe this front piece down. This does help keep your engine bay nice, and it is nice to keep it sort of looking fresh, isn't it? Ooh. Still got quite a lot. Screen wash, we're okay. Just going to get this black crud from around the reservoir. So many cables in this car. Okay. What we should also do as well, should have done this first, silly boy. Just give the underneath of this a vacuum. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just make some delicate adjustments to the camera work. Use the brush attachment for doing the underneath of these. Should be careful. Okay, so that's given it a bit of a wipe down. What we do now is we'll just take our tack seal. We'll use it out the sprayer because that's 1 to 3 should be enough, and you could spray it. In fact, let's just spray it down so we don't have to keep coming back. We just spray some there, we'll spray a bit there. We'll just give it a shake actually. We just spread it around. with a little bit of foam, and I just throw that away at the end. I haven't done this on this car, and I'm just going to wipe it all down at the end as well. Just let it sit on there and dry for a second, and then wipe it with a dry cloth. It's the plastic I want to get. Shouldn't miss any. Should probably use a bigger sponge, because he's saying you're going to need a bigger bucket. Going to need a bigger sponge. You go in the cage. Cage goes in the water. Sharks in the water. Great film. What a film. Oh, it's just jumped into life. I wonder why that is. Good. Video up there. Video coming soon on a product called Dream Maker. Where is it? Oh, whoa. Dream Maker. Good stuff, that is. Good stuff. Oh. Right, you get the idea with this. Should get a bigger sponge. Just spread this up. Oh, you swine. Where's that gone? You swine. Right. Normally, any normal person would abandon videoing. But me, I have to get that. I have to get it now. Oh, it's fallen right through, is it? Where is it? I think it's gone to the deck. Tell me, can you see it? Help me. Yeah, it's on the deck. Okay, it's clean, don't worry. Okay, let's just finish this off. We'll go over this with a cloth. We'll do this little intake manifold plastic thing. Should spray a bit more on, really. That'll do. And then put that to one side. Dry cloth and buffing the excess and taking down the shine a little bit, dry it all out. Let's make it look fresh though. Okay. Dry it off. Dry it off. I mean, that is not bad, is it, for an engine, 140,000 mile engine bay? It ain't bad. That is as good as I need my engine bay to be. Should I do the scuttle? Let's do a bit of scuttle. Just spray it on. Spread it with a cloth. A bit over here. It's already been ceramic coated, this, but this stuff is like 4 ceramic coatings as well. So you can, you know, a bit like you can put SiO2 sprays, you know, on the paintwork. You can just spread this over and it'll add a bit of hydrophobicity, the sacred beadage. And it does a decent job of just putting a bit of gloss on it. And you don't need to use a lot. That's it. So a bottle of this tack seal will last you a lifetime, really. If you don't use too much, you'll get a good finish. If you go hurling it on neat concentration, a bit like on the tyres, it can be a bit patchy. But if you water it down, don't put that much on and just buff it out, it's really nice. And it's really nice on the interior as well. Now I've got some on my cloth, I can just wipe over all of these bits of rubber. It just puts a little bit of sheen on it as well. See that? Just gives it like that fresh, kind of brand new look, even for a car that's this old. So that's good enough for me. So engine bay done. And this product is fine. You know, one day we'll do maybe a dressings shootout and look for the holy grail of dressings. But the holy grail probably won't exist with these sorts of things. And you know, if you watch the channel, I'm a massive advocate of concentrates. So that every single product you can buy in the detailing genre, you know, everything, a detail spray you can buy ready mixed now for, you know, we were looking at one the other day for 27 quid for 500 mil. Or you can pay 75p for a concentrated one. You know, glass cleaners, you can pay 14, 15 quid for a bottle, or you can mix your own down and pay, you know, £1 a bottle. Whoa. Uh-oh, the detailing police have found me. They're coming. So everything you can pay a fortune for, or you can pay not a lot of money, and I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm not the complete cheapskate option, am I? I'm not the complete cheapskate. I just like what I like. And not all of it is cheap, but I love concentrates. Anyway, let's crack on with this. All right, the next thing, it's a solution finish. You should glove up because it's black, you know, funny product. You put it on faded plastics, let it dry, buff off any excess. These plastics are clean, so it's ready to go on. You could IPA them down if you really wanted to. It can take a while to dry in the winter, this stuff. So I would just let it dry off. I wouldn't buff it off immediately, but you also want to avoid putting a big, thick, heavy layer of it on there. You should use really small amounts of it. How small? Well, let's kind of show you. This rubberizes as well, so always give it a really good shake. Geez, yeah, even the bottle is kind of rubberized. Come on, there it goes. Look at that, superhuman strength. Now, obviously, not all of you have my strength, so you might need to get the old nutcrackers on that. Right, that's gone a bit skanky. So what we'll do, well, you can see it all. You see that? Got a bit mank. So get a bit of tissue over the top of that. Wipe off all of that mankiness. Oh, the lid's going in on itself. What's going on there? That's not good. Hold on. Any normal channel would cut, but I'm going to try and fix this live. Hold on. I'm coming back, don't worry. There we go, there we go. Try not to get this on your fingers. Right, we've already shaken the hell out of it, so let's just put some here on our thing. That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. Well, let's get it onto the panel. So what I'm going to try and do is avoid getting this on my fingers. You also want to avoid getting it on your paintwork, really, but it'll wipe off if you do. We just spread it. Do you see that? And then we want to get, right, so we've got it right to the edge. This is the bit where you want to just be careful, right? Just look at that. It's like when you're painting on the old side, it's like when you're painting the side skirts. You don't want to get the paint. You can tape up if you want to, but I can't be bothered. As long as I get close, there we go. what you probably want to do, the smart money, will be on just getting that in the right position here and going all the way along here, look, like that, all the way along. So you get that difficult bit done. There. Right, now it makes it a bit easier to apply. Forgive my sniffing, it's just the coldness. Just get under that rim as well. That's it. Now I just need to take off any excess. If there's wet bits on there, it'll be a bit patchy, so you can still apply this really quickly. Again, get that top rim along the top. Boom. Under the bottom. There we go. And then I'll repeat all of the way around the car. Come back to the start. Take a dry microfiber cloth. Wipe off any excess. And then that will blacken off. And it just looks so much better than having a grey kind of faded ones there on this car, because the paintwork's nice and dark and black, and then when that starts going grey and white, it shows it up a little bit. So that's it. And after that, I might just quickly do the glass, not a proper glass clean, but just grab some of the old elephant roll, little spritz of glass cleaner, and working my way through, trying different ones. Then that's it for the car. Should maybe do the tyres, but they've still got dressing on them a little bit, so that'll do. That's it for this video, guys. So let me know what interior dressing or general plastic dressing that you could use for interior and exterior that you use, like tax seal. It gives me a good idea, and I'll probably start building up to doing a test, you know, a mega test on them or something, like, you know, like we do. We've already done one with Pro Detailers, and Solution Finish was very good as a restorer. But there's a difference between trim restorers and trim dressings, really. So, yeah, I think I'm looking perhaps to do a dressing one, which is difficult, isn't it? But there we go. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to come and join us on our Patreon community where we talk about all this stuff. And if you're new to all of this detailing stuff, you can check out my Detailing Fundamentals course, available from all good high street bookshops. Or, that's a joke, it's not available from bookshops. It's in the link of the description of this video. Great to see you guys. Take care. I've got about another half an hour before She Who Must Be Obeyed is back. And this is what I really enjoy doing on an early Sunday morning. Then we've got a roast dinner later on, which will be good. I'm going to help cook with that. And it is Spurs v Chelsea in the afternoon. So I tell her I've got to go and do a bit of editing upstairs on the computer. But really, I should be watching the football with the door locked for hearing noise. Quickly get the editing screen up, turn it off and pretend I'm working. Don't tell her I said that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I